finna go crazy.
What's going on, my good folks? It's your man, your guy, your boy, 1127 Kicks. I hope everybody out there is having a great day, an amazing day, and overall blessed day. Say, man, if you're new to the channel, do your boy a huge favor. Hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the page. And if you're already with the movement, bro, I greatly appreciate you, man. Hit that like button, share this video, and let's go ahead and keep this page growing. So, man, as promised, we are a few days outside of this release, and you know your boy was not going to let y'all down, man. So we about to do this how to cop video on these Air Jordan 3 blue cements that's actually, you know, slated to release October 10th for a retail price of $190. Now, man, I know it's been a minute, so if you're new to the page, man, and you haven't seen one of my how to cop videos, we're going to talk about, you know, where you can find the shoe. Do I think the shoe will sell out? We're also going to talk about resale as far as Stockx and GOAT. You know, if you're just one of those guys out there that's, you know, going ahead to look to resell for your shoes and stuff like that, man. So just sit back, relax, and post up and go ahead and enjoy the video. So, man, just getting into the shoe real quick, man. As you can see, this is pretty much an alternate red cement that we got earlier this year for All-Star Weekend, man. Except you replace the red with that royal blue, and boom, there you have it. That's the shoe right there, man. Now, once again, like I said in my copper drop video, I know some people feel some type of way because there wasn't, you know, a Nike Air on the back of this shoe. They just gave us the Jumpman on the back of the shoe, but you know, it's still fine. This shoe is still fire. You know, this shoe came out earlier this year overseas, so I know it's a few early reviews out there, man, and honestly, I do not think the shoe is ugly at all. So, man, with that being said, it's a very simple shoe, so no need to really, you know, stay on that part right there, man. Let's go ahead and talk about this resale because I know that's what everybody really cares about. So when you go ahead and you look at Stockx, man, when you look at Stockx, the prices, they're decent. They're not too crazy, man. It's really like, you know, $250 and up, like $249 and up, something like that. You got some sizes that's way lower than that, you know, but for the most part, that's what it's looking like. Now, from what I'm seeing, if I'm not mistaken, that's size 11 on up. It's pretty much where you really want to go right there, man. That's when you really starting to make a little money off of there, especially for them being 190, and I believe like a size 12 is like 300. So when you looking at that 11 on up, man, that's when you really get into that really good money range right there, which is truly not a surprise to me. Honestly, I thought the smaller sizes would actually do, you know, fairly decent, but you know, as of late this year, I don't know what it is, but those bigger sizes is honestly where it's at right there, man. That's what, you know, that's like your size 7 through 9, you know, last year. This year, you know, it's pretty much the bigger sizes. So I definitely would say, you know, look at that size 11 on up, 11 and a half on up, man, and you really honestly will really be solid. And that's just in my personal opinion. Now, when you go ahead and you look at GOAT, once again, one, I'm really happy I don't see a 6.5 in men's. I'll be tripping when I see a 6.5 in men's on GOAT and stuff like that, because I'll be like, yo, it's not a men's 6.5, you feel me? But when you look at there, man, you know, it's decent. It's nothing too crazy, but I believe, you know, when you get to that 11.5 on up, that's when you see your money makers right there, man. That's when you see that 300 plus or somewhere close to that or whatever. So in my personal opinion, if you're looking at Stockx, I say go from 11 to 11.5 on up. And then for GOAT, I would definitely say go for 11.5 on up right there. So you can honestly maximize your profit right there. And honestly, looking at these prices, and we're only, you know, 5 days out, well, 4 when I drop this video, it's really not that bad, man, at all. I didn't think they was gonna be that too crazy, but honestly, I think if you get this shoe and you're looking to resell it and you get one of those bigger sizes, man, you are definitely in the game, bro. You are most definitely in the game. So that's just my personal opinion right there when it comes to resale, man. Now, as far as where you can cop the shoe, of course, you already know it's at the main retailers. You know, you got your Foot Locker, you got your Foot Action, you got your Finish Line, you have your Champs, you have your East Bay, you know, all those on the Flex app and stuff like that. These shoes will be releasing at these stores right there, man. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that you can start putting in for your reservations and stuff like that. I don't know if Finish Line did a raffle on these or not, but you know, check it out, bro. Hey, go ahead and try to reserve it on your app. You know, if you got Foot Locker, Foot Action, Finish Line or something like that, man. Get your head start points in so you could, pretty much try to secure yourself a pair instead of going with that online frenzy. You already know how it is nowadays with the bots and everything like that. It's just way better to try to get your shoe reserved, got your guaranteed pair. So all you got to do is really just pull up at the store and get your pair and stuff like that. Then after that, man, you got your City Gear or Hibbett Sports, man. If I'm not mistaken, Chic is getting this shoe. DTLR is getting this shoe as well, man. So right there off the rip, that's 8 different websites that I just mentioned. I'm pretty sure there's other ones out there. I was surprised that JD Sports didn't have them on there. Maybe JD Sports hasn't had that updated yet, but it was very, very surprising that I didn't see them on JD Sports in my personal opinion. But I believe that they will update on there or something like that, man. Don't really hold me to it, but I'll just be surprised that, JD Sports didn't get the shoe, because like I know they're about to take over Finish Line and stuff like that, so I don't see a reason why they wouldn't get this shoe. But overall, man, you got 8 different sites where you can get this shoe. Now also, it's releasing on the Sneakers app as well, so that's 9 off the rip. It's releasing on the Sneakers app, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're in California, that's 7 a.m. If you're in Hawaii, man, that's 4 a.m. So just do the math about whatever time zone you in, compare that to Eastern time, and you will most definitely be fine, bro. Straight up. I know a lot of people had questions with me, like, it drops at 10 a.m. Eastern time, but I'm over here and stuff like that. All you got to do is just manage your time. So basically, if you're on the West Coast in Cali, even though it drops at 10 a.m. Eastern time, it's gonna be 7 a.m. your time. So don't wake up at 10 your time in California and think the shoe's gonna be there, because after that you're pretty much 3 hours late. So compare everything from Eastern time to your time of the release, and you'll definitely be fine. So with that being said, right there, man, make sure that you got your sizes ready and stuff like that, as far as the Sneakers app and your Foot Locker, Foot Action, and everything like that. Make sure you have your address good. If you recently just changed your card or something like that, make sure you have that, all that information and stuff updated. And once again, if you try to cop multiple pairs off the Sneakers app, if you have multiple phones or something like that, one thing that you have to remember is that now with Nike trying to limit bots and trying to fight against bots and things like that or whatever, so basically how they do it is, if you have 2 phones that's on the same Wi-Fi or something like that, man, they're going to look at it that it's the same IP address, and they might cancel your order. So if you hit on both phones or something like that, they might mess around and cancel it. So it's best that you hooked up to your Wi-Fi, use some cell phone service, or maybe use a hotspot or something like that. Get your Wi-Fi box that's a different IP address from the Wi-Fi in your home. So if you do use 2 phones or something like that, it won't be any discrepancies or anything of that nature. And if you have changed your size or something like that, go on your app and make sure you change your size to the size that you want, so it could go ahead and register in the system. If you don't do that, man, sometimes it might take a little longer for it to register in the system. And if you haven't seen one of my videos, I had exclusive access to the Sambas. I'm a size 12. They end up sending me a size 10, even though I never put myself down for a size 10 because I'm really not a reseller. But that's something that they broke down to me, so I'm just referring that information to y'all just in case you one of those people that was like, I don't want the shoe, but I'm try to get a money size. Make sure you revert your shoe size back to your size, so by the time of release date, it's registered in Nike system and you're pretty much good to go. And make sure you do that as far as all your apps, Foot Locker, Foot Action. If you got a membership with JD Sports or City Gear or DTLR or Hibbett Sports, make sure you got all those things updated, ready to go, because once you get in there and things like that, you just want to be able to get in there, cop your shoe, get out, know that you got the right size, your card payment is not going to come back decline because you have the wrong card on there. So make sure that you have all these things set up and ready to go. And also, if you're on one of those flex apps, with Foot Locker, Foot Action, Finish Line, not JD Sports, but dang, what's the other one on there? But anyway, if you're on one of those apps, man, make sure that you're logged in already, because one thing I noticed, especially like with the Foot Locker app, when the shoe releases and you're not logged in, bro, it's really hard to get back in there. It's almost like being in the waiting room, and sometimes they might try to kick you out and stuff like that. So at least be on there 30 minutes prior, 20 minutes prior, so you already in on the app and stuff like that, so you give yourself the best chances at copping this shoe, man. Now, there we have it right there, bro. That's how to cop, man. I hope this video is very informational for y'all, man. I hope it, you know, works out for y'all in y'all favor, most definitely. So, man, best of luck to everybody out there, man. Make sure you keep on liking and subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. We're almost at 2,600. We're close to 3,000, man. When we get to 2,600, we're only 400 away. So let's keep this page growing. I just want to say I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe. Justice for George Floyd as always. And you already know how we finna end the video off. If you search for good, you shall find a favor. If you search for evil, it shall find you. Proverbs 11:27. And we walk in faith and not by sight. What is seen is temporary, what is unseen is forever. I live by that, I stand by that, man. And always remember, bro, anybody could be somebody, and that somebody is you, and that's facts. And it's your boy 1127 Kicks. And always remember, bless your feet with something.
Who done hit me up and told me shit on these niggas? Cause these niggas out here came at you going, showing the difference. Keep on dropping all of that shit that made these folk wanna listen. You know these niggas hating, fuck them, tell them get out of